Namaskar. Welcome to Ek Samvaad at Arunima Ankuran. 7th June is World Food Safety Day. We're in conversation with Mr.Khushroo Poacha, Nagpur's sole entrepreneur. He's the founder of Seva Kitchen. Thank you so much for joining us, and it's such an honor and privilege to have you here.
Thank you.
A word about Arunima Ankuran. This is an initiative for positive social change through self-development. The goal is greater well-being and happiness for all. At Arunima Ankuran, we believe that each person is unique and special in some way, that each person can make an impact, and that's what inspires us to keep going. So the World Health Organization announced Safer Food, Better Health as the theme for 7th June 2022 World Food Safety Day, which highlights the role that safe, nutritional food plays in ensuring human health. WHO is calling on everyone to join the World Food Safety Day campaign to ensure safe food for all. And we are so honored to have Mr. Khushroo Poacha here. He's a change maker and he's an inspiration for all of us. Would you like to take us through the milestones that are mentioned here?
Yeah. In the year 1999, I started India's first blood helpline, which is called IndianBloodDonors.com.
Mm-hmm.
As in somewhere in 1994, I saw a patient dying for want of blood in a hospital in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what motivated me to start Indian Blood Donors, because I realized that there were many poor patients who come from villages to big towns for treatment, and as they do not have access to voluntary blood donors or replacement donors, that is what motivated me to start IndianBloodDonors.com in 1999. And in 2014, I started Seva Kitchen as my own mother was admitted in hospital, and I used to see a lot of patients, relatives go hungry in hospitals. So that is what motivated me to start Seva Kitchen. So Seva Kitchen I started basically with SIMS Hospital, Central India Institute of Medical Sciences, where my own mother was admitted. And we started with serving meals on every Sunday. And we would go on every Sunday. At every Sunday, I and my wife would cook, and we would feed about 150 people over there. So a lot of my friends started joining me in my journey and offering money and all that and material. But I realized that this was a global problem. This was a problem everywhere in every hospital. So what I did was motivated my friends to serve in other hospitals. And that is how it grew.
Wow.
And it's over 8 years. It will be 8 years now. We'll be completing 8 years this November.
Wonderful.
So that is how Seva Kitchen grew. Yeah.
So Mr. Khushroo Poacha works with the Central Railways. He studied at Rashtra Sant Tukdoji Maharaj Nagpur University. He lives in Nagpur, and such a beautiful thing to do, serving a plate full of love. That's what they do. There are so many things that I've been reading up and listening to about you. One of the things that inspired me most was, the idea that even if you don't have money, you can still make a difference, you can still make an impact. Where did that resilience come from,
What happened was when we started Indian Blood Donors in 1999, I started it with my own resources. And I put in all my resources to start that helpline. And in the year 2000, all my resources were over to run it. So as luck would have it, we were featured on BBC World, and BBC World did a documentary on us. And a few corporates came up to support me. And but every corporate had had a to-do list, that if we support you, you will have to do this, you will have to do that. Finally, one corporate came up and he said, I will support you. We just needed 24,000 rupees a year to sort of support our helpline. And this gentleman, he was the CEO of a company manufacturing blood bags, and he agreed to everything. And the last moment he tells me, but I will need your donor database. Means he wanted the names of our donors, the mobile numbers, the email IDs. So when I asked him, why do you need these details, he said, we will use it for commercial, to sort of market our products and all that. So I refused. I said, no, I'm really sorry, I can't do this. This is personal information which I cannot share with anybody.
Hmm.
So this gentleman, what he told me was that, Mr. Pocha, good work cannot be done without money.
Hmm.
And at that moment, I really don't know what came over me.
Hmm.
Was it ego, or I really don't know.
Hmm.
I just told him that, sir, I will prove to you and the world that good work can be done without accepting money.
Hmm.
And from that day, it's over 21 years that, now I run almost two initiatives, three initiatives.
Hmm.
And I don't have never formed an NGO.
Hmm.
I've never formed an organization, nor do I have a bank account in the name of the initiatives,
Hmm.
nor do I accept money.
Hmm.
And still, my initiatives have been running for the last, Indian Blood Donors has been there since 1999,
Hmm.
and Seva Kitchen has been there since 8 years, almost serving in 21 hospitals across the country. The entire COVID we've served in Nagpur, Pandavgowda, and Melghat.
Hmm.
We've been serving grocery kits, we've given oxygen concentrators, we've given masks, we've served on migrant trains, all without accepting a single paisa from anybody.
That is absolutely amazing. And I want to know the whole process, because there are so many people who may be wanting to do it, and most of us end up thinking that, oh, everything will need a fund. You need money to do it, like, just like whoever suggested that to you. So tell us the exact process that operates and how someone can do what you are doing.
See, I'll tell you, we have, in Seva Kitchen, we have two initiatives.
Hmm.
One is the Neki Ka Pitara, which is the
Hmm.
fridge of kindness,
Hmm.
and another is the Seva Tiffin, which we give meals.
Hmm.
So the Neki Ka Pitara is a very simple initiative. We have fridges installed in hospitals.
Okay.
Basically, these are not the fridges which we have in at our homes.
Hmm.
These are visicoolers, visual fridges which you normally see in ice cream parlors.
Right. Right.
So these are 400-liter fridges,
Hmm.
and every fridge has a dedicated WhatsApp group to
Okay.
that fridge,
Hmm.
and there are donors
Hmm.
in every fridge.
Hmm.
So every donor for the fridge is given a
Hmm.
Seva number.
Okay.
So, and every fridge has an administrator from the group
Hmm.
and an administrator from the hospital.
Okay.
So, say if Central India Institute of Medical Sciences fridge is there,
Hmm.
and today it is over, the contents of the fridge is over.
Okay.
So all that the hospital admin has to do is put a picture of the fridge and say, please fill up the fridge.
Okay.
And say there is a group of 25 donors in the fridge.
Hmm.
So the group admin,
Hmm.
that is me, or I appoint a group administrator from every group.
Okay.
He just has to tag.
Huh.
So suppose you are there, it's your number, your number 3,
Hmm.
and it's your turn to fill it up. So you will be tagged that, ma'am, please fill up the fridge, it's your turn.
Okay.
So all that you have to do is you yourself buy the stuff
Hmm.
and go and fill the fridge,
Hmm.
or you fill it through Big Basket, Amazon, or you tell a local dealer or your local kirana merchant to you order, and he goes and fills it up. So you will be surprised that we have 21 fridges, and we have donors from all over the world. We have donors from America, we have donors from Jeddah, we have donors
Hmm.
from Singapore, and whenever intercity, we have donors from Hyderabad filling up Nagpur fridges.
Hmm.
We have donors from Navi Mumbai filling up Raipur fridges.
Hmm.
So it's a very beautiful system which has been developed, where, and once the material is delivered, the hospital admin fills it up and
Hmm.
gives a picture that this is what we have received,
Okay.
and then they try and share the small videos of people giving sharing of what they felt, how they have benefited from the pitara and things like that. So it's a very simple system, devoid of any money. No
Mm-hmm.
money is involved,
Mm-hmm.
and the people get the pleasure of serving, because they see that if they are giving 100 rupees, they know that 100 rupees is going to the needy.
Correct.
No, there are no operation costs, nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Seva Tiffin, which is again a seva for relatives of patients in hospitals. So we have teams who cook and serve in the hospitals on
Mm-hmm.
appointed days.
Mm-hmm.
And there is also a website where we crowdsource food.
Okay.
So we have a tie up with a website where people can buy meals. Like we have puri bhaji, we have khichdi, then we have juices,
Mm-hmm.
we have Amul Cool.
Mm-hmm.
People can just go and buy, and we get that stuff. We don't get the money, we get that stuff in kind.
Okay.
So all our work is in kind, no money. So there are different ways, and very shortly we are developing an app where we will be able to serve people in hospitals through the app, through a token.
Oh,
So a
wonderful.
social worker will
Mm-hmm.
issue a token to a needy person, and the needy person will go to a canteen in the hospital and reimburse, get food in against that token, and that money for that token will be paid by donors to the canteen directly. So that is another system which we are developing and which will be up within
Mm-hmm.
1 or 2 months. Yeah.
That's such a wonderful idea, and putting it into practice, I think it must have been quite challenging to start off.
Definitely, challenges are there.
Mm.
Everything to start with, we have challenges. Today, the meeting was not starting. Even our meeting was not starting. We had hiccups.
Mm.
But then, if you give up in life, it is just not possible. You have to, if you want to do something in life, you have to have the passion for it. As
Yes.
simple as that, to do that. And nothing is impossible, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this Neki Ka Pitara. Once the fridge is stocked, how does someone access it, and who are the people who can access it? I mean, is someone keeping track, or how does it work in real time?
So what happens is, like the see, most of the hospitals are we have tie up with, we work with Satya Sai Sanjeevani
Mm.
hospitals, which are basically three hospitals.
Mm.
One is in Navi Mumbai, one is in Palwal, one is in Naya Raipur.
Mm.
So these hospitals, free open heart surgeries are done for patient for congenital heart defects, means children suffering from
Heart.
heart defects. So every day, post pre-operative, post-operative, children are given milk and juices. So these are issued to the wards from the fridge, and there they are distributed. Like in hospitals, like we work with many cancer hospitals. So they, every day the fridge is opened at a certain time,
Mm.
and the juices and milk and coconut water is issued to patients or their relatives.
Okay.
We work with palliative care centers where cancer patients are at their end of their lives and they are bedridden. So there the nurses and they take the fruit juices, milk from the fridges, and they issue it to the patients. So it's very systematic. There is no misuse. Like we've started, there is an initiative called Apna Ghar,
Mm.
where patients who come from villages to
Mm.
big cities for cancer treatment, they are given free accommodation. So Nagpur, Delhi,
Mm.
Hyderabad, and Ahmedabad, we've installed these fridges where all these patients who have especially nasal tubes and you can't eat, so they
Yes.
are given milk every day, twice, thrice, as much as they want. So they are issued from the fridge.
Mm.
So it's very, see, there is no misuse as such. We know that 100% of what Seva the donors are doing is going to the needy. It's very simple. Our foundations are so uh, clean
Yes.
there is so much compassion and passion involved. So we really do not encounter any misuse of the material anywhere. जब जड़ ही
That's हाँ
जड़ ही में इतनी नेकी है, तो ऊपर तो झाड़ नेकी का ही रहेगा.
हाँ. So, Khushroo, I think I'm curious to know where did this root come from? What is it in your own life experiences that made you the person you are?
Frankly speaking, I have gone through a lot of I don't know if I may call it suffering or hardships in my own life. I lost my father at a very young age, at the age of 16, and I started working very early in life. I started my own journey working in a bakery, and then I
Mm-hmm.
worked in the garden silk mills. I was very young. I had to miss my college, though I am a graduate. I am a third class graduate, and I had to study and work. So maybe that triggered that suffering or that thing, and it was I should give a lot of credit to my late mother, who uh, always taught me to reach out to people. So, if I may tell you the story behind Seva Kitchen.
Yes,
So, when
yes.
my mother was admitted in hospital, every day when I used to get down and go out for tea to have tea, I used to see a lot of people on the roads, and they would be putting 3 bricks, and they would be putting a tawa on it, and they would be making a roti, and I would distinctly notice that they would eat it with either a pickle or they would eat it with pyaj and mirchi, you know, onion and a green chili. And one day I was so much, itna dil bharaya ki, when I went back to my mother's ward, I had tears in my eyes. So my mother immediately inquired, "Why are you crying? Why is it? Why are you crying? Is it because I am not well?" So I said, no, I have been seeing this, that, patients coming from villages, they don't have money for treatment and they don't have money to eat. I said, I am really aghast of what pain they must be enduring of being hungry.
Yes.
Maybe they must be eating just once a day. And my mother's immediate response was, Khushroo, why don't you feed them? Why don't you feed them? The people of the world will help you. And I said, yes, mummy, I will do that someday. आप ठीक तो हो जाइए. But as luck would have it, my mother passed away in the next 6 months. And I told my wife that we have to feed people, because this was my mother's wish. So it was वो एक instantaneous था कि भाई hospital में I never realized that it would grow so big someday. कि वो एक हमने इस बार सोचा था कि एक हॉस्पिटल में एवरी संडे जाके हम खिलाएंगे, जितना होगा हमसे खिलाएंगे हम लोग. And we realized that this would become such a big movement someday. Yeah.
So this is one idea, of serving food to people, but you are doing so many other things also, like the blood donations and thing. So there is this neki ka jo ek beej hai in Khushroo. How should all the parents, I mean, what I am trying to ask you is, how can we make more of you, people of your kind in the society? See, one Khushroo can make a difference to so many lives. You probably don't even ever meet those people, who are sort of being helped by Seva Kitchen and the blood bank you have, the service you are doing. So, ये जो thought process है, ये जो behavior है of putting other people before you, and ये सेवा का जो भाव है actually, uh,
See,
how
see,
can
I,
we inculcate this?
I would, a very difficult, tough question to answer actually, because ये जो अगर मैं आपको बोलूं कि people call me a social entrepreneur, मुझे सोशल एंटरप्रेन्योर का टैग दिया गया. बट आई वुड से कि नहीं यार, मैं आई एम नॉट अ सोशल एंटरप्रेन्योर, आई एम अ सोल एंटरप्रेन्योर, क्योंकि ये किसी ने मुझे टैग दिया सोल एंटरप्रेन्योर की, भाई दिल से जो चाहता हूँ। एंड मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि यू कैनॉट मेक सोल एंटरप्रेन्योर्स इन कॉलेजेस। ये तो, यू नो, आई गिव यू अ वेरी सिंपल एग्जांपल फॉर दिस. I my daughter is 9 years old. I got her after 19 years. We were blessed with a daughter after 19 years of marriage. तो आज मेरी बेटी 9 साल की है, और मेरी बेटी, एक फेस्टिवल ऑफ गिविंग होता है एवरी ईयर, दान उत्सव करके, विच इज सेलिब्रेटेड अक्रॉस द कंट्री. तो वो, मेरी बेटी जब 5 साल की थी, तो वो मुझे, हम लोग जब, मेरी बेटी 1.25 साल की थी when we started सेवा किचन.
Right.
So we used to take her to hospital every Sunday. So she would be in our arms. Either I would be holding her or my wife would be holding her, and we would be feeding people. So she has perpetually seen with her eyes Seva Kitchen grow. You know, उसको कभी वो तबीयत ठीक भी नहीं रहती, तो we had no option but we had to take her to hospital. उस खाना देना है, तो हमारे पास, my mother had passed away, so we had no family to look after her. तो बचपन से उसने देखा है कि मेरे माँ बाप ये काम करते हैं, you know. तो मेरे हिसाब से, you know, as you do, माँ बाप जैसे करेंगे वैसे वो बच्चे पिकअप करते हैं, you know. It's very as simple as that. So आज मेरी बेटी 9 साल की है, 4 दान उत्सव में उसने 4 ड्राइव की है. In the first year, she broke her money bank, piggy bank, and she gave the money of 2,500 which she has collected to a school. In the second year, she collected 7,000 school bags.
Yes, I saw that picture.
Yes, 7,000 school bags, which people from all across the country who never knew her or never knew me sent the school bags to her. And she distributed across Nagpur, Melghat, Parli, and many places which even I don't know of. Then after that, she collected 3,400 sweaters for 34 villages in Melghat. Last year, she collected about 1,200 dolls, which were made by artists in Kutch and given to children with congenital heart defects and cancer children suffering from cancer. So I feel I have never taught her कि बेटा अच्छा काम करो, या you know, do this, or you know, we never taught her that. It has come very naturally to her when because that is what she sees in the house.
Yes.
रात दिन हमारे घर में वही डिस्कशन की, इसको तकलीफ है, इसको मदद करना है, इसके लिए पैसे रेज करना है, इसके लिए ये करना है, इसके लिए वो करना है. So I think it just comes naturally to children. So what the children see in their houses being done, it comes naturally.
Yeah. So children see, children do. So maybe, the message should get across to adults like us, more parents. More parents should
Yes.
behave like you are behaving, you know.
Yeah. And I think it has to be very natural. It has not to be कि अरे
Yes.
बेटा तुम अच्छा काम करोगे तो तुमको अच्छा मिलेगा. बोलने से नहीं होता है. It is, and they have to practice it, very naturally.
Yes.
Just
Genuine.
कि भाई, genuinely. It has to come genuinely. Otherwise, I don't think, ये कुछ, it has to be, I should very clearly say it has to be in the DNA or in the genes.
Of all the experiences that you have had, so many experiences of sharing with the world, what are some of the ones that stay with you and keep you going?
So there have been, hundreds of experiences. Many of them I don't remember. But yes, there are some instances like, years back when we started Indian Blood Donors and we were going through a tough time. And, it took a lot of effort without money to help it grow, to bring it to this level. And एक याद है मुझे एक experience की, एक चंडीगढ़ से मुझे फोन आया. It was of a father of a, I think 3-year-old child, who told me कि he was crying on the phone and he said कि are you are you Mr. Poacha, founder of Indian Blood Donors? I said, yes.
Hmm.
I still remember his name. His name was Mr. Chatterjee.
Hmm.
I had his number for many years, but then I lost it.
Hmm.
He said कि सर आज आप नहीं होते तो मेरी बेटी का ऑपरेशन नहीं हो पाता. He said मैंने मेरी बेटी को एम्स हॉस्पिटल में तो एडमिट कर दिया, लेकिन
Hmm.
हॉस्पिटल ने मुझे कहा कि 3 यूनिट बी नेगेटिव ए नेगेटिव ब्लड के लेके आओ. नाउ ए नेगेटिव इज अ वेरी रेयर ब्लड ग्रुप.
Hmm.
तो अगर आपकी हेल्पलाइन से मुझे ये 3 डोनर नहीं मिलते तो मैं कहाँ जाता.
Oh,
He was literally crying and he was saying कि मैं कहाँ जाता.
sure. Hmm.
Many such instances where people wrote letters to me. I still have those laminated those letters and
Hmm.
I've kept them. And many parents whose children have got blood for thalassemia, sickle cell, open heart surgeries, many of them are still in touch with me. you know so this gives you a sense of कि भाई हाँ, मेरी 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 जिंदगी सफल हुई कि मैंने किसी के लिए कुछ किया. you know
Yes.
I'll share you one very good incident of Sims Hospital.
Hmm.
My daughter had just started walking.
Hmm.
So if you realize that Sims has that ऐसा एक रैंप है जहां से वो स्ट्रेचर्स को लेके जाते हैं हॉस्पिटल में. तो we have fed people and we were coming out of the hospital
Hmm.
and there was a lady sitting on the ramp,
Hmm.
very glum, and she was looking outside. And my daughter had just started walking, so she came running down that ramp as children like to run down, a slope. And she went to that lady and she tapped her on the back.
Hmm.
And she asked her, Nana khaya? So she just started speaking. She was not speaking also.
How
She said,
cute.
Nana khaya?
Huh.
So that lady turned around, she saw her and she caught hold of her, hugged her, and started crying. And she said, हाँ बेटा नाना खाया, हाँ बेटा नाना खाया.
Oh, that's so
So
cute.
these are these are things which these are our bank balances or whatever you can say. मेरा तो बैंक बैलेंस यही है.
बिल्कुल
मेरी
बिल्कुल.
लाइफ में इससे बड़ी चीज, money is not my master. I say this very often to people. Money
Yes.
is not my master. ये कुछ चीजें, ये कुछ पल है जो मेरे अवार्ड्स है, मेरे रियल अवार्ड्स है लाइफ
Absolutely.
के.
Absolutely. This is, just a drop in the ocean. There must be so many more people who have been affected. So, before we close the conversation, can you just tell us briefly about how someone can actually use the blood bank?
It's very simple. They can go on the website indianblooddonors.com, or they can save. What we have done is we WhatsApp enabled the helpline. This is something which is never been done anywhere in the world.
Mhm.
वर्ल्ड में व्हाट्सएप के लिए मैक्सिमम बुरी चीजों के लिए यूज किया जाता है. आई वुड से सोशल मीडिया को for wrong information, your WhatsApp university. And but what we have done is you've used it for a very good cause. So all you have to do is WhatsApp blood on the number 96655000000. I'll again repeat it: 96655 times 0. You just have to WhatsApp blood to it, and you will get a menu where you can sign up as a donor. You can search for donors. You can spread the word about the helpline, through that mobile bot which we have created. It's very simple, and you can go on the website. Then we have the Seva Kitchen website itself, Seva Kitchen, SEVAKITCHEN.org. You
Mhm.
can connect with anybody who wants to join the Neki Ka Pitaras. They can call me up on 95610 11264, and I can connect them. I can put them in a group and they can start Seva anywhere.
So,
But I would like to share a small poem if you have the time.
please go ahead. Please go ahead.
It's in Hindi, and it's a very special poem which I share every time I talk about Seva Kitchen. It says, प्रभु कहते हैं,
Hmm.
प्रभु कहते हैं, होती आरती बजते शंख, पूजा में सब खोए हैं, मंदिर के बाहर तो देखो भूखे बच्चे सोए हैं, एक निवाला इनको देना, प्रसाद मुझे चढ़ जाएगा, मेरे दर पर मांगने वाले तुझे बिन मांगे सब मिल जाएगा.
Beautiful.
थैंक यू.
So beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. And I think, along with all the other beautiful messages that you've given, is also one of it's about choices we make. WhatsApp can be used for such a beautiful purpose, serving people, changing lives, giving people a chance to live again, actually. So, thank you. It's been an absolute honor and privilege talking to you. And may there be more like you, I think. And all the very best for all that you're doing to this world. People like you
I,
make the
I,
world
I
a
would
better
say
place. Hmm.
I would say it's the other way around. I always tell people that we should be grateful to the people of the world for giving us an opportunity to serve them.
True.
It should not be the other way around. We
Yes.
should be grateful. I am grateful to the people. It's my passion to serve. So I am grateful to the people for giving me an opportunity to serve them.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I'm grateful to you for being on Samvaad and for being the, absolutely inspirational change agent for all of us, and especially for youngsters. Chasing money has become such a big thing that people can't probably even imagine that such magnificent work can be done just by goodwill. So I think it's his good thoughts, good words, and good deeds. Right? Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.